right, ZBrush live. How is everybody doing? Sorry, I had to be silly for an intro. I mean, it's just you just got to do it, right? Sometimes, right? Right? Yeah. It works. All right. How's everybody doing? Long time no see. It's been a week. Okay, so this is where we got our character to, and there are a lot of things I got to go through and play around with. Let me see. I've got to make sure I've got my... Oh, I don't have any views. Okay, that's good to know. All right. So here's where I got her to, and there are some things that I want to work on, some things I want to play with shape-wise for her face to get started with. For instance, if I look at this from the side, I don't feel like that feels quite right. So the first thing I'm going to do is start kind of fixing where this point of the face goes to. So let's grab this. Just going to use some simple move brush action here. Just kind of pull this out some. And then I'm not entirely sure how to feel really about anything. There we go. Let's grab these lashes and kind of pull them out a little bit so they better match the face now. Yeah. Okay. And we'll grab the eyes and we'll just... I don't need them to be these perfect circles. So I'm just kind of pushing and pulling them as I need to be able to fill the space. Which should work just fine for me. And that's looking so much better than it had been. So that's working for me. That'll do. Some of the things I need to work on is getting kind of the anatomy and the flow and the shape here, these forms right in the face. Because that's not quite the way that I need it to go. So let's play with this a little bit. Oops. So it's like you always got to keep track of what your brush is affecting. If it's affecting just the geometry, or if it's also affecting the color, and if it's affecting the material, it's like you gotta keep track of those things, or else you're gonna run into a bit of a mess. So yeah, I do that sometimes. But we do. Try to figure out this form through here. I think that's looking quite a bit better. Let me see. Here's something that we can do to kind of check things. I'm going to turn off the color, and you can see, like, we're seeing all of our forms now. We're seeing just how rotten some of this is. So let's go through and fix some of that. Let's kind of clean this up a little bit. Yeah, it's all about going through and kind of fixing things and getting those forms right. If the forms aren't right, then it doesn't matter how well it's painted. Especially if you go through and you 3D print it, it's just not going to be it's just not going to be what you need it to be. Let's get something like this, kind of eliminate that crest through there. And then quite honestly, I don't like that crevice through here, so let's eliminate it and we'll figure out what to do from there. I do like having that cheek bump there though. So it might be something as simple as, let's get kind of more of a simple fall off into the lip region there. Let's see how we like that. I'm liking that a little bit better. It's always tricky. It's always tricky. You know, that there are certain things you run across that are oops. You just need to kind of play with things. Let's go ahead and push this over and up a little bit. Pull this over into the corner a little bit better. Yeah, let's see. I'm just going to come through here with asymmetry and kind of play with these lashes. By the way, if anybody's there and has questions or comments or anything like that, I love talking with people. So it's, you know, it's great to hear from you guys if you're here. Where's everybody from? I often go through and jump in and just start going. I don't know if like other people have like started the stream routines or anything like that. I just like to get in and get started. Do you guys stream? And what kind of stream routines have you seen that you've really liked? Just going to try to work in some subtle anatomy. I think that's looking much better. I'm liking that much more. Okay. So yeah, it's always a matter of just going through, playing, figuring things out. Got to make sure that my shapes are simple, because with a female face, you want to keep things nice and clean. You want to keep things, you know, simple and flowing together nicely. And so, you know, so far what we have is awesome. I haven't really checked out much of the body yet, which is fine for right now. Let's go to skin shade 4. And we'll come down here. Actually, I don't even know if the character has clean arms or not. You know what? I actually was able to get the actual pieces from Mikkel, which is awesome, which would be super helpful to me. So I am going to go ahead and pull these beautiful pieces into Photoshop, and then get rid of the background, and then we'll go ahead and we will, you know, bring them into ZBrush, hopefully with a cleaner edge. So I wanted to show you guys. So with the No Spare Time Challenge the last 2 months, April was Pokemon, okay, and so we went ahead and we sculpted this guy, little Pikachu, okay, and then I went ahead and the theme after that last month was toy, so I went ahead and 3D printed it, and I actually have 2 of them, one for each of my kids. I'll actually have these as the downloads for this month for Patreon. But yeah, it's going a little bit slow now. It's always one of the funny things about using these sorts of programs in stream time. Hopefully it's not too bad, but I think it probably is. Okay, I'm going to say let's use this. Clear. Now, the thing I'm hoping for is to get this to work nicely and quickly without having to bog down the stream too much. It's already not having very much fun. My goodness. Let's see if this opens up. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it works just fine. And then the idea is to take, eliminate the background and turn it into a PNG that I can then take into ZBrush as a texture file and be able to use that as my spotlight rather than what I currently have. Which doesn't have nearly the resolution. There we are. Good job, ZBrush. I'm so Photoshop. I'm so proud of you. Oh, and it's nice to be able to see the candles too, because I don't know that I noticed those on the other piece. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna select that. Yeah, it's a little bit too much, I think. Let's set this to 5. Come on, baby, burn. Shift, grab this. Please? Please. And let's go through, we'll invert our selection. Let's see if we can No, I don't wanna up that. And you know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll just take my lasso. I'm just going to get rid of the smoke altogether for right now, just so that I don't have to worry about the way that it interacts with the image itself. Okay, that looks like that should be good and well enough. Let's go ahead and duplicate that layer, and we're going to say quick export as a PNG. All right. This should be better. So let's go ahead. Let's take this. We'll say import. Grab this right here. Texture. Add to spotlight. Yeah, much higher resolution. Much better looking. Here, let's go ahead and do this. Oh, the one thing that's kind of bugging me that I may or may not have to make tweaks on is the fact that we have, where was I looking at? These little black spots. It's okay. I mean, it's just for reference anyway, so it's not a big deal. Okay, let's get rid of that. We'll bring her over here, and this way we have this nice high resolution spotlight image to use now instead of what we had before. It's quite a bit better than what we'd had. So this is great. All right, let's go ahead. Let's do this. I'm going to say save spotlight. Let's say save Spotlight. I think it's Spotlight B that we had. So let's do this. Replace it. All right. Cool. So now we got that going. I don't know if I'm getting messages or not in the chat. Right now it seems like I might not even be. Stream finished. Error. Interesting. I gotta go through and kind of solve some things here. Because right now, yeah, I mean, right now it looks like, because this is what it's showing me here on my Restream chat app. And it says online that everything's online, so that should be fine. It's so weird. It's so crazy when it's like things just don't seem like they're quite working. You know what? Let me see. Yeah, you know what? That'll be fine. Let's leave it like that. Hopefully everything works just fine. Well, we climbed 10 people just now. Yeah, woo! That's fun. Anyway, welcome to the stream, guys. For those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Steven Anderson. I am a concept modeler at Netflix Animation. I love what I do. I love what I do. Let's see, we're gonna say color, MRGB color fill object. Okay. I'm gonna take this. Let's go ahead and grab color fill object so we can make sure those arms stay that color. Let's bring the rest of that body back. Okay, so now a lot of these things we're going to have to go through and kind of figure out exactly how we're going to have this work. Like just shape alone is enough to kind of throw everything off. It's a very tricky shape to work through because it's such an interesting streamlined character that it's just kind of tricky. So here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go through, make sure that it's skinny enough because it gets super thin there at the bottom, and that's super important. You know what? The title, let's go ahead and see if I can change that title real quick, because I think I can do that here. Hopefully, that should be saying no spare time now is smartest. Okay. See, that's something I don't even check. I don't even notice. And you know, hopefully that's at least helpful a little bit. On the Pixologic side, we just lost a good buddy Uh, got a new career adventure, so he's off to other things. And he was a huge instrumental part of managing, pioneering and managing ZBrush Live, and so now everything super rests on Kyle. You poor guy. But yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing to have to manage, I'm sure, and so. Okay, let's see. Got to try to figure out kind of what it is that I want to do so far as the shape for what's underneath here. And then let's go ahead. I'm going to block in a collar around here. Let's go ahead, grab the topology brush. I'm just doing kind of like this nice simple line going around. Okay. And quite honestly, you know what? Let's actually go ahead and redo that line. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use Lazy Mouse. Lazy Mouse is so helpful. Like I've got a buddy that has pretty bad hand tremors, and so the Lazy Mouse helps him to get some good smooth lines. But I like to use it just because I don't have nice smooth lines. Okay, so now we've got that. I'm going to make a secondary line just kind of going around the top here. I'll have to fix that, the thickness of it in a minute, but we're just here kind of trying to get the right shapes. 1, 2, 3. Oops. There we go. Put one in the middle, one on either side. That way it's a nice even, 4, 4, 4, 4. Each quadrant has 4. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring our brush size all the way down to 1. Tap on the mesh. We'll say split unmasked. Okay, so now we've got this piece here that we can work with. Okay, super, super nice. Okay, you see, man, we've been streaming for about half hour and still nobody's even said hello. Oh my goodness. It looks like the stream kind of jumped in and out. Ah, shoot. Oh, it looks like we're back now. It looks like the stream kind of jumped in and out. That's a pain. Boy, I don't know if we're hopefully you guys aren't having like legit issues, because it looks like Twitch just got, oh my goodness, all sorts of internet problems right now. It looks like, my goodness, it looks like YouTube is the one with the least amount of problems right now. Good grief. You know what? I'm gonna close the internet. What else do I have open? Let's take Photoshop. We'll close it. Hopefully that's not creating issues for me. Although it's possible that it is. Let's go ahead and grab this, and we'll just keep turning this down. Oh, Control Shift T. Oh no, cancel. Oh, Control T is what I'd put it to. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this frill kind of working for us. Because heaven knows we need something working for us. getting something like this going on. Let's go ahead and let's get the right color on here. So let's go ahead to MRGB. We'll say color fill object. We'll work on that little skull here in just a moment. I think that that'll be worthwhile to work on quickly and soon here. And I think I might change her posture too. Right now she's got like this kind of like this lean forward in her neck. I kind of want her to be more erect, more straight up and down. So let's do something like this. This we're just going to move it down just a smidge. Okay, that's looking better already. Okay, right now one of the things that I want to do is I want to take, oh, you know what? We can do this with this piece. I'm going to say Control Shift D, and I want to leave that top edge where it is. Okay, and I'm going to take this this bottom edge, and we're just going to bring it down so that it matches the bottom of the corset region area there at the waist. Let's go ahead and hide some things. Turn off the arms, go back to this. There we go. Now we're starting to go somewhere. Oh boy, it sounds like birds are nesting in the eaves.